Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. Check it out. We have a new best tech that just dropped, just literally like that we're going to check out right now. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm having a really great day. I always try my best to be positive and have good days, and it's a good day when we're checking out a new knife together, just like this one here. This is the Best Tech Glock. Would you look at it? Just look at it and all of its glockiness. And now this right here is is that G10 or is that micarta? Yeah, that's G10. I just had to double check. There are more than one version of this. I will have links in the description and in the comment section where you can go check this out to get more specific details about it. Now, there is specifically folks that are in the knife community are going to want to ask me about this button lock. I have some answers for you here in just a minute after I get over a couple things here. Now, first of all, let's get in here and get a look at this texture. A little bit of texture vision. It does have very good texture on this G10. It's very grippy. You do have a large lanyard hole back here, and then coming back here, you do have a deep carry pocket clip. It's a short pocket clip. It's not a big long one. And you can see that it is inset into the liners, so that way nothing is grabbing a hold of your pocket. It's not going to bunch up or get snagged. However, it is not a reversible pocket clip, which is a wah-wah. I do wish it was a reversible clip. Now, when you come over here, you don't have thumb studs, you have this landing pad. You have a disc right here with a little bit of milled texture, a little bit of jimping on the side, on each side of it. We have some nice looking jimping here, and if you look, your blade is completely encapsulated by those scales, which I think that is cool. This is a very cool looking knife, kind of minimalistic, not a lot of stuff sticking out. Now, it does have a captive pivot with caged ceramic ball bearings, which is always a plus. Your button here is flush. It does not stick up from those G10 scales, so that is a very nice thing. You have a T8 up here, and then these are T6 hardware. You ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. Ooh, you weren't expecting that, were you? Look at that. Stonewash blade. It has a dual grind. I like this particular type of grind. You can use these. These are really good for doing some scraping. When you need a stronger tip, you know, it's good to have a strong tip, and look at that. Very robust spine. It almost looks thicker out here than it is right here. And here's a look while we're at it. Check out this jimping. That is some very, very well done micro jimping. This micro jimping, I love it. It does its job. Even though you wouldn't think it does, it grabs and locks your thumb in wherever your thumb's in place. You have a lot of flat with this blade. You have belly, and then you have an adequate piercing point, and that is, boy, I can't get over that. That is a strong point. This would be a working style knife. I wouldn't say this is a heavy use knife, but a working style if you're using it to do some scraping and things like that. Now for your size, let's check it out real quick. Let's see, from tip to tip, we're coming in at about 7.8 inches. Your sharpen length is coming in right there at about the 3.1 inch mark. It's 3.25 inches overall for your sharpen length. And then the height of this handle is coming in right at about 1.16 inches. And then the length of your handle, as far as your grip wise, you have 4.2 inches. So you have adequate handle for large and extra large hands. This is what it looks like next to a version of the QSP Penguin. And then here is the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. These are both medium-sized knives. This one is pushing into the large range category. Not necessarily the size of the blade, but you have a large handle. You can see how tall this handle is to give you a little extra grippage. Now here's the regular QSP Penguin. Let me show you what it looks like thickness-wise next to the QSP Penguin. They are very, very much alike. This might be just a hair thinner than the QSP Penguin. Now, I was asked on the live stream if I knew anything about this button. How did the button react? What kind of experience have I had with this one so far? Well, I can tell you that I have tested. I have flicked and I have flipped this knife multiple times. Molto bene. As many times as I could. And I have not been able to get anything bad or negative to happen. I haven't got it to fail. I have flipped this thing with fervor. I mean, as hard as I can, trying to see if I could get any type of failure with that button. I have had no problems with it. This one is solid left and right, up and down. There is no movement. It's an absolutely solid knife. There is no play whatsoever. I I've even spine whacked this on the back, and I don't really believe in doing the spine whack test per se because that is not the proper use of a knife. But just because I knew there would be questions about this particular button and if there were any problems with failure, I whacked this on the back of a 2x4 trying to see if I could get the lock to fail. And the lock on this particular knife that's in my hand would not fail. It is that rock solid. Now, for your ergos, my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And holding it back here, it's a little bit different because right here, this is comfortable where I do the wraparound. And then when I come out here, it's kind of wide. It's a very different style handle. I don't quite understand what the thinking is. Now, when I'm holding it back like this, I kind of like it. I kind of appreciate it because you have this large flat area. You have all of this real estate that you can use if you're choked back to do some cutting. Now, if you're going to do some pool cutting, the ergos are comfortable. The edges are rounded off. I wouldn't say that they're completely rounded, but they're not sharp. They're not sharp on the hand. There's nothing that digs in. The pocket clip doesn't bother me at all. So I have no problems, no complaints whatsoever with, if you're digging into something and doing some cutting. I don't have any complaints with the ergonomics. I think the ergos are great. Weight-wise, it is a lightweight knife. It is very light in the hand, and it's also well balanced. You can see it sitting here on my middle finger. It is very well balanced. So the balance is good. The weight is good. The action it works very well. This is a nice one in and out of the pocket. And when you're holding it, I haven't found any way to depress that button while I'm holding it. So I think it's well placed right where it is. And I don't think you're going to have any problems with that unless your hand's a different size and you happen to somehow push that button while it's open. That might be an issue. But you can see right here that the button is completely cleared and there's no really way that I would hold this knife that I can see where I am going to have that button depress on me. Don't be depressed. I love the jimping. The ergos are good. The action is good. The weight is good. I really like the looks of it. I like the frag pattern on that G10. That looks good. I can't remember what other colors they have available, but like I said, I'll always have links in the description where you can check them out. I'm curious to hear opinions on this bad boy, the Best Tech Glock. Well, I wonder what this would look like next to say your G43 or your G26 or whatever G you have. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button, because if you're not, you're missing out on being notified of live streams and things that are happening and giveaways and stuff like that. You may see the videos, but you're missing out on that just because you didn't hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. So until I see you in the live streams or the comments of this video, or right after, right now, when you hit the thumbs up to show your support for Beez Blades and that you like the comments, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.